I've hit the milestone, right? So basically we're in Tesco. And we're gonna celebrate. So who we're gonna celebrate with? We'll have to see.
Tesco Gorton.
So this celebration pretty much starts in half an hour. We've got to get to the venue. It's quite an interesting venue. But I just don't know what to get. James looks like he's found something. What have you found, Pally?
I was just stopping to that
Oh, fair enough. What should you get? So we need crisps. Let's go find some crisps.
And I'm gonna be honest, I can't say that, but half of the people at the venue are celebrating are quite large.
Fair enough. Jesus. Well, what about this? You like them?
No sugar, so I am brute, isn't it?
I am brute, is going on. You can carry the basket from now on. Oh, he's gonna carry the iron brute. Johnny Big Ballsy. Now, I'm going to have to go and get my passport photos done. So, I pretty much will see you at the venue. I'll see you at the venue, yeah? I'll see you soon. My phone's going to die, and it's quite an important venue, so I'll see you soon. Can't get permission. I'm just waiting now for them to come and take us round. There's an MMC coming in. Right, so we just had our conversation with I think it was a supervisor, and I was given permission to come in the depot. He's just told us, obviously, the safety stuff, stay off the buses, be careful when buses are driving, stick to the walkways that we're on. Because no one's around, and obviously no one can take us around today, we can't get any, we can't start up any, we can't put any destinations on, but we just have to be careful. Obviously there's another lady which obviously she's gonna, I think, what was her position? I don't think she said this, but no. She kind of, I think she's more this side of the depot. She's gonna, obviously, if we need anything, or obviously we're going to ask her. Again, we've got our high vis on for health and safety, so we're just gonna walk around and see what we can find. Hyde Road, and basically they have the 2010 hybrids. And as a lot of people know, it was one of my favourite buses. Honestly, they sounded gorgeous, they performed great. Now I'm looking in front of me right now, and I see in view at the moment, I see 3 2010 hybrids, and I see a white Trident straight ahead. Now, these hybrids are not in the greatest condition. They look like they're actually VOR. They've got a sign, it says, "Do not remove any parts from this vehicle." And then obviously it says the engineer's name. Now the one beside it says VOR, reserve vehicle, not for service, do not take any parts. Now they've got panels off them, and they do look in quite an upset state. Now that is really upsetting for me. So obviously I'm not going to show the damage to the vehicles. They're not damaged, but they've got panels off. So obviously Stagecoach obviously is a big company, and we don't want to be showing kind of damaged vehicles, so we're not going to do that. But I'm going to show you the back of another template hybrid and show you how beautiful they are. There is a train going past, and that's a Voyager. How lovely.
Something exciting for you right there is one of the new man training E200s.
Oh, I didn't notice that. We're going to go and have a look at that in a sec. So anyway, I'm going to show you this hybrid. So this is 12022. Beside it is another one, but I'm not going to show you that because it's got panels missing. We're going to walk beside it. I'm going to show you this one. So as you can see, it says VOR. It's still in working condition and stuff, but they're just not driving it at the moment. Rather sad though, because I do love these buses. And you can see here it's in the new livery as well, so it shouldn't be like out of service for too long. It might be needed if an emergency or anything, if anything else breaks down for a long term. Now Hyde Road do have a few decent buses. They've got oh, there's a 319, or it could be a 769. Now Hyde Road do have a decent selection of service buses. So they've got the X Demonstrator Enviro 400 hybrid, which is there, SN63 VTX, and you can tell by the lights and just the shape as well. They've also got a man training bus, as James said before. Now they've also got a few Enviro 400s that do kick down, which is quite awesome. That's quite nice. My favourite Enviro 400 from Hyde Road is 19450, because that's a powerful bus. They've got Tridents, and like I said, the 2010 hybrids, which unfortunately are kind of out of the way, not being used.
Who's that person in Hyde Road who owns a load of buses? He used to own that trans bus E200 sat in there. What was his name?
Now a few years ago I come to this depot with Dennis, and in that location there was a MAN ALX 300, and then there was a Transbus Enviro 300 right next to it. Now they seem to have kind of disappeared. I think one might have went to a museum, or it's been preserved. Now beside it as well, there was obviously, this is quite an old depot, and they've obviously got these things here. Now there was a few very old buses literally just down here. Let's have a look and see if they're still there. It's quite interesting to see when you've been and then you come back to a depot and you realise that things have changed. It's quite nice. History is good. History is the best thing. Let's go and have a look. So it seems to have kind of disappeared. So something's obviously happened with these buses. Obviously it's not in here either. This is empty as well. There is a few older parts though from the old buses, but nothing much. So literally the last time I got on one of these buses was on my, I think it was it a 256? It was a 15 video, and it was 014. Now I can't see that anywhere. There's all these template hybrids, originally from Oxford, now in Manchester, and now currently not being used at the moment. Now these ones are okay. They're not actually in a bad state, so I can actually show them. Here we've got 12126, born in 2010. That makes it 12 years old. Beside it, we've got 12125, also born in 2010. That's also looking good. And now people with OCD that like things to be in order, unfortunately, it skips straight to 12017. Wait, was I saying 12126? I think I was. Right? Let's start again. So 12026, 12025, and then 12017. Now these are all in the new livery, and they are looking quite fresh. Obviously you can see the old hybrid stuff there, just if you can see that where it says electric hybrid. You have to have good eyes for that, and then beside it says free Wi-Fi. But other than that, they're looking quite clean, and I think the new livery suits these buses quite well, actually. Look at that, all these beautiful template hybrids. Now a lot of people say, oh, templates are not good, hybrids are boring, but personally, these hybrids are gorgeous. They make a good sound. They've got a 4-cylinder Cummins ISB E hybrids powered by Bay systems, and it's just good. It's just good. They have no gear, so they just rev up really high. Obviously, they are prone to kind of overheating and stuff, but here's the remaining few. There's still more beside them as well, which are literally just there, but we'll get to them in a sec, and I tried them too. But for now, these are the Focus. So now let's move on to these hybrids. So this is what it originally looked like. So maybe when it first entered service, this is what the livery was. So it was possibly the Stagecoach green livery. I'm not exactly sure the name, but I think it's Stagecoach green. I think this livery suits the bus quite a lot. This is 12023. Again, another template hybrid, originally from Oxford. Beside it, 12018. Another beautiful template hybrid. Now, personally, out of both of the liveries, right, that's the one I'm used to, because when they first came in service, I had the ones from Sharston, which were MX10 or MX60, and I was in love with them as soon as they came out of, I think it was Princess Road Depot. That was the original livery, so that's like the, it's like the grandma of our liveries basically, and then that's the new livery. Now, they do look cute in the new livery, like honestly, like they look, it gives it quite a nice, James, like, do you understand what I mean? Like, do you get me with this livery? It looks, they look quite cute, don't they?
If you're not a bus spotter, with these you knew it was a hybrid and it was electric. You've seen it coming down the road green, but with these, unless you're a bus spotter and you can sort of figure it out, you won't know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just
that
a regular passenger, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's got James actually has a good point there. Same with the Oxford one, not the Oxford, the Sheffield ones, because they had him in, instead of that livery, they had him in the beach ball livery, which is decent. I remember a long time ago in Stockport when I met it was Gary Banks, and I think it was when he first joined Stagecoach when I was going from a depot. So we was talking about that. Obviously the hybrids, it was actually in the normal livery. And we did say it looks better showing off that the bus is hybrid, because it's doing good for the environment. But I'd say hybrids nowadays are not really that, what's the word called, beneficial anymore, because they're still diesel, they're still, you know, throwing out smoke. But they're decent.
In 2010, it was efficient, but
yeah.
Now when you look at Sharston with their BYDs, 100% electric, not a big fan of them, but
yeah,
I don't think anyone is.
They are boring. If you like the 100% electric, you're not a real bus spotter.
Yeah, there's no sound to them. Boring.
It's true, that's true. But yeah, so 12018, 12015. So again, this is in obviously the original livery that I came in. One thing about these Oxford hybrids is at the door, they've got quite I like the way that's went round on them. Like the liveries continue to swoop round to there, and obviously on the inside, if you just zoom in a bit closer, they've got the Stagecoach logo. Whereas the ones that were brand new to Manchester didn't get that. That was all green. Maybe a few adverts, and also they've got that leaflet there as well. There's a few things different though as well. All the liveries vary. So for example, the fleets, that's a light green, and then obviously it's up there, whereas our versions, they'd be similar to this one here. So the ones from Charleston, they'd have the fleet numbers there, but obviously the Oxford ones, they'd have it quite large over there. Now obviously all Stagecoach depots do things differently, whereas Manchester, they tend to have the fleets there, and then obviously at the side, just above the door, then at the back. Where do they have it on the back?
Just above the engine bay.
Just above the engine bay, yeah. It just depends which one it is though, innit? So if it just depends on the bus model. For example, the Enviro 400 just over there, which I'll show you soon. That's got it just above the engine, underneath the window. So now,
the black plate just above, you know, the window where it's flat.
Oh yeah.
Some of them are there.
Yeah, you're right. MMCs, where would it be on there actually? Sometimes when you think of something, you actually forget.
Top right or top left?
Top right, top left. Ah yeah, they're different at Wigan though, aren't they? Because Wigan's out of the way, innit?
Yeah, Wigan's got weighted seats in their MMCs as well.
Innit? So yeah, so we're on 12024. This was a decent bus actually. I did like this one a lot. This one's me and this one go quite a long way. I think it was this one that I'd done the video on, because at the top I was with Jack and we was moaning about that bit there, because he wanted to film in a certain way and he usually sits on the right, and yeah, Jack. This one, no. This one, I don't know what that was. Because remember, these are ex-Oxford. It had something, yeah. Because the other ones don't have that. Maybe all of them got cleaned up, but I'm not sure. But this one does. So there was something on there. And same with this one as well, on the beside it. So yeah, this is just similar to the one next to it. 015 and 013, I think it was. Now, 12016. Again, this is the new livery. As I was saying about the livery, how it curves round, what they've done with this one is just made it black, which I don't know what to think about that, because it did look decent with the green swooping round. What do you think about it? Do you think it looks better like that or like the other one?
It just looks a bit off from where the blue suits the black.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit different, isn't it? There's a Pendolino. We all love Pendolinos. Well, I do anyway. But yeah, so these are all the template hybrids. I do appreciate them a lot. They're good, very good buses. Oh, actually, this one's a bit different. This one's actually got blue, which I think the blue looks okay, but then obviously the door's black, and obviously the inside's green, but it's okay. So yeah, I know you've all been eagerly waiting for me to show you this Trident here. Now, this is MX55 KPN. Now, I do recognise this number plate from somewhere, and it seems like when Manchester got all the Tridents back in 2019, running out of Stockport depot, I think this is one of them, because I recognise it a lot. Tridents are gorgeous, so look at the lights, like, it's just beautiful. Now you can tell it's recently been painted, yeah, you can smell the fresh paint. Now the question is, what are they doing with this one? Obviously it's not going on the training livery. Actually, it could be, because the base livery is white. So it's got Brian Winnington on it. Maybe it has been brought. There's either two possibilities. Someone's brought it and they painted it in white, or it's going into a training livery. And if you just look closer, that's lovely, that piece of history right there. I don't know what they're doing with it, but I'd reckon, like Jay said, it's been brought, but I say it might get put in the training livery. You never know. We'll have to wait and see. So remember that number plate, MX55 KPN. Let's look at the side. He's done a decent job painting it. But I think it looks better in the Stagecoach livery. Imagine they put it in the new livery. I'd be so upset.
The new livery does not suit that.
It doesn't, does it? The stripe livery does. Oh, that's a possibility. Stripe livery. You never know. Oh, inside, actually. Maybe it has been brought, because if you just look in here now. Oh, we can't see it properly. So yeah, it looks like this one's probably been brought then.
Oh, it's been bought.
Oh, it's on the way.
Back.
Yeah, maybe. We never know. So the demonstrator that I mentioned before, the windows are actually, is it bonded, not gasket? So the bonded is where obviously it's just, on the outside it just looks like it's full glass. And I think personally it's a nicer finish, whereas the non-demonstrator, which is beside it, has gaskets. So obviously you got these here, obviously there's gaps beside it, you can see the livery. And personally, this looks a lot more cleaner. Now, even if you go to the back, like, it's just smooth, it's just quite nice actually. Whereas this, bumps. But yeah, so what was you saying?
Even if just one of these cracks or falls out, the whole thing has to be replaced because it's sealed in. Whereas the gaskets, if one on one of these windows on one side falls out or cracks and needs replacing, they can just slide it in. That's
not bad, that's good. So that's similar with the NMCs.
That's an upside, do you know what I mean? Whereas these, if that was mashed, we'd have to replace the whole side.
Sometimes sometimes a lot of people go for looks rather than personality, which sometimes it's best to go for personality, but looks is also good, if you know what I mean.
Practicality, looks. Hyde Road working as a team.
That'd be you driving. That's you and Omsi, that.
I know it is.
So this is currently what Hyde Road called the Avenue. So this is obviously, that's the pits. We're not allowed in there, but this is the Avenue. So this is where all the buses kind of stay, they reverse and stuff. We've got one hybrid that Hyde Road weirdly have, because Charleston got all the rest up to, I think it's 55, and then Hyde Road just got one 2010 hybrid, and they've had it since. Now this is obviously newer than the ones outside, but it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much a nice 2010 hybrid. So it's interesting, but weirdly enough, this one's actually in service. This one's been in service, but the other ones are not. So it is a good thing. Beside it, we've got a 2012 hybrid. Of course, these are not as fun as these ones, because these ones sound miles better, but they're still good. I always explain that in my videos. That is 12114. Now, a way you can tell it's 2010 is that they don't have obviously the black bar there. A way you can tell it's the newer version, so like 61, 62, 12, 13 or 63 is they have the black bar there. So one thing I've just realised is Hyde Road actually have 12055 as well. So interesting enough. So we've got two 60 plates, 10 plates, which obviously started alive here. Here's the Megabus livery to the left, 12109. One 2256, which would be a 13 plate. These also have the stop-start engines. 1222, oh no, 12255. This is where all the hybrids go. I remember when they used to put them outside back in the days. We have 12108, 2012. And then last but not least, with the Magic hybrids, we have 12251. There's the Megabus Enviro 400 right there. So that was our depot tour finished. So what we're going to do is go and say bye and thank you very much to the team. We're going to go ahead in now to obviously the waiting room. Now thank you everyone else as well for obviously 1,000 subscribers. It's been a great journey, honestly. I met so many great people. I met so many great buses as well. Obviously I'm going to continue making great videos. I'm going to visit more depots and go behind the scenes at a lot more places. So thank you very much.